Hey guys, James here from TCG University, coming back at you with another deck profile. Today we're going to be going over my Yuga Aoyama deck. It's a 1-dot, not the promo, not the DLC. So this is the Yuga I played during the Campus Championship for the Sports Festival bracket. He is a 6 hand size, 27 vitality character. We played this deck under Life. He has 2 abilities. One is Response. After you flip 1 or more foundations, this deck gets +1/+1, playable committed. And then Enhance, commit. The next card you attempt to play this turn gives -1 difficulty equal to the number of face downs you have. I think this character is really strong. I think you just have to find the right deck to play him. This deck is a very swingy style deck where it just gets very oppressive very fast in one turn. Okay, so we're playing for Meteor Shower. Basically, anytime one of our attacks hits, we'll get the momentum for it, and having to switch that momentum into more attacks we can play is very strong. Being that Meteor Shower says we can discard momentum and add a copy of this from our discard pile to our card pool, to our momentum instead. And when these go to the momentum, when they go face up, and then her other ability is discard 1 card, add this card to your hand. So we always get to keep funneling attacks as long as there's 1 in our momentum. The main point about this card is it is a ranged attack. Our deck is built mainly around ranged for Amphibious Ambush to be very functional. We are flipping a bunch of cards, so 3 Frog Lashing. This attack is +1 damage for each of our face downs, and then we can ready 2 face downs as well during our turn. Super strong card, super easy to know why. 3 Panache, Shining Naval Blast. Enhance, we flip a foundation, which will give us 1/1 with Yuga to get 1/1, and then our rival discard momentum. So not only do we force our opponent to discard a momentum, but we also give this attack 2/2, which makes it a 7/7 ranged attack, which is nuts. It also has a nice 2 eye block, which is very cool. And then we're playing 4 Amphibious Ambush, like I was talking about. Amphibious Ambush is just a combo with a ranged deck that says we can add 1 face-up foundation of our opponent's staging area into their card pool and force them to build a face down. And then we get to add 1 of our other ranged attacks in our card pool to our momentum, building us a cool momentum to do cool things. It's just a very strong card that clears our card pool and makes us more available to do more things. The reason I think momentum is very strong, especially for this deck, is we're playing 4 Naval Laser Beam. This has the ability of first enhance, discard momentum, unflip 2 foundations. This is super strong in the sense of we're always flipping Yuga, and being able to unflip some of those foundations to reflip them later is very good. His other 2 abilities are flip a foundation, which will give us 1/1 to get 2 speed, and then flip a foundation, which will give us 1/1 to get 2 damage. Meaning he can give 3/3 just for 4/4 just for flipping 2 foundations, making it a 7 for 10. This card's a 7 for 10 base if we have 2 foundations, which is nuts. Continuing, we are trying to build a lot of momentum, so we're playing 3 Wealthy Aspirations. This card just says after we build a foundation, build a momentum during the turn, we get to add the top card of our deck to our momentum as well. Just getting an extra momentum is super cool. We're playing a lot of range, so we're playing 3 First Villain Encounter. First Villain Encounter says we commit, our attack gets +1/+1, and the next range attack gets -1 difficulty, making things easier to play. And when we're mostly always playing Amphibious Ambush on a 6, having a +1 can almost make it just pass a check on just playing a card, which is nice. To draw more cards, we're playing Passing the Torch. Simple, commit to draw or draw 2. We have no cards in hand. 1 Summon with Style, keeps us out of deadlock, keeps us stun heavy. Just makes it very easy to continue a turn by having a free foundation every single turn. Because, like I said, we're flipping 2 Glamorous. Glamorous says after we build this foundation, we get to unflip a foundation, which is super cool. And then we can give speed to something that has been speed hated against, which is also pretty nice. Because we're moving cards with Amphibious out of our card pool, we're playing the real Amphibious, the foundation, that says as an enhance we get to ready it once per turn as long as we have removed a card from our card pool for the turn, which is super cool. For longer games, we're playing Observance Student. Not only does it flip to give us 1/1 and we get to see the top card of our deck, but it also says that we can add if a card is left our card pool, we can add a ranged attack from our discard pile to our hand, which lets us have cool things in very long games where we get to go to deadlock. We are playing 4 Self-Sacrifice, just to kind of keep us out of deadlock and give us a little bit more damage production. Has a nice 1 low block, as well as giving us the ability to have a foundation we can flip that we don't really care all the most about. We are playing 4 Recoveries Grow Kiss. Not only does this card flip to give us gain life, it can flip to give us 1/1. So it has very dual productive moments. But a lot of times, what we're trying to flip a lot with is Tight Lipped. Tight Lipped says flip one foundation to give an attack +1 damage. So we're basically flipping in a foundation to give +1 speed, +2 damage with this card, and it has a nice 1 mid block, which is super crazy. This deck performed really well. It made it all the way to the semifinals of the second side of the bracket, I guess. We recorded them in 2 different sessions, but it was all one big bracket. So the second side of the bracket, this performed really well, made it to the semifinals of that side. So that would be the quarterfinals, which is very, very good. The deck performed as well as I believed it did. I think there's actually a lot of cool things you can do with this deck. I'd like to see people try him out more often, but I think people fear how much he has to flip to produce things, and I don't think they realize how well you can get away with it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure to check out the matches he was in, the other deck profiles from the series in those matches. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/TCUniversity if you wish to support us. And as always, guys, stay learned.